Hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider playing my favorite game, Destiny 2. Guardians, today, when I got out of bed, I woke up sleepy. I took a couple of naps. I watched fellow Guardians run through the missions to become God Slayers. I had a good time. It was a fun afternoon. I was exhausted after watching all of that content. I laid down, I had a nap, got up, had a snack, laid back down, had another nap. Now I'm awake, and it's 10:30 at night. Old man Rogue, hello, it's good to see you. Hello. I did eat some blueberries and some, cherries. So maybe I will be up. Maybe I'll be up. Now, I did have a really good time. Slush, hello. Old Man Rogue, how are you tonight? Thank you for hanging out with me. As always, the journey through Destiny is about friends, and thank you guys for hanging out with me. I did, really, now for sure. I watched a lot of content creation. I had my main screen in front of me where I was watching We Don't Work Weekends. As you guys know, I know a lot of the people, a lot of those Guardians. I have played with them in game. And so it was a lot of fun just to get to watch them compete. I wanted, like, six cubes on my screen so I could, like, see what everybody was doing, because I didn't know what was going on. I was watching TNP as he was doing all of his deal, but I wanted to focus and see, some of the other players. I did see them run across the screen. The Pantheon Nezarec Sublime is live. He's live. We've taken him down a number of times. He just keeps coming. And that's okay, because it gives us something to do. We got to fight back the darkness. Fight it back. Get rid of it. Are these forgive and forget missions? Absolutely not, Guardians. Now, all my screens were telling me I need to update, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to update. And luckily, it doesn't take long to update. My stream update, and then I'm having to update Twitch on some of these smaller screens that I watch. What do I need? More screens. I need more screens. Screens, not screams. Slush, are you going to bed? Oh, Dave's going to bed. Dave, it's good to see you. Sleep well, buddy. Coleman, hello. How are you? It is good to see you, Coleman. So good to see you. But Dave, sleep well. I am glad to see you here. I'm always glad to see Dave. Let me get these screens opened up and silence them. I don't want you talking back to me, screen. There is no talking back. No talking back. All right, that's up. Now I'm ready. New mode within the raid event now active. Nezarec, the final god of pain, now awaits challengers in the Pantheon. The Pantheon face a gauntlet of raid bosses empowered by the Witness. The Pantheon will be live in its final form for 1 week. Wow, 1 week, Guardians. Brave weapon rewards increased. Can I now get a shiny mountaintop? Hundreds upon hundreds, maybe thousands of waves at the higher level difficulty. 50, 50, 50. And still, no shiny mountaintop. Boisterous Dave, I will be on tomorrow because I got tons of stuff to do. I want to maybe try to get into, forgive and forget. Are we? I know it's the final mission. I feel like, it's been such a long time since we played the other mission. Where do we all stand? Where do we stand? I don't know. Speakeasy Bob, Z Tizzle, hello. But yes, Boisterous Dave, come and hang out. Drop rates for brave weapons and trophies of bravery have increased from what? 1 to 2, 1 to 2 trophies of bravery? Maybe. Beyond the Vanguard, reset and now available. All right, I wanted to go over, I was watching 10P use a weapon that I don't often use. Is it Callus's multi-tool? I don't want to do that. What, do I have a Callus multi-tool is the first thing. Do I have one? I'm going to put this away. I like for these to be bright. I don't like it when they're dimmed, just to be direct. I don't like all these dimmed out. I like them to stay bright. Everything in the vault, if you don't have any empty spaces, they darken. I wear glasses. I need them to stay bright. Stonemason, hello, hello. Now, I know I was watching the Discord, and a lot of folks have been popping up that they are definitely Godslayers. Congratulations to every single one of you. That is a title that must be earned, pushing back the darkness. Now, do I have that Callus mini tool? I don't ever remember making it. So maybe I don't have it. Do I want to make it? Do I want to make that Callus mini tool? Let's fly off to the helm. Now, I just got signed in, Guardians. I have not done a thing. I need to go see Mara Sov. I know that folks, I've heard the whispers, and they say, go see Mara, and I know she's flashing. Let's go see her. Mara, we're coming. I was knighted by Mara way back when, so we're friends. Now, I have made some Titan water. This is water with lemon. I didn't fill it all the way up. Maybe I should have filled it all the way up, but I thought I want to get this story mission out. I want to be ready, for tomorrow, or just whenever. You never know when you're going to be called upon to push back the darkness. The helm, would the helm totally disappear, or will it just have something new? Will it have something new? Mara, hit me. Does she have anything for me? You're silent. Let's chat about it, girl. Let's chat about it. You look good. Is this what it is? This? Do I need to go here? Interact. Listen.
Something stands in our way, Guardian. An anomaly. Casting a shadow in superposition across the veil, resonating with it. Whatever it is, it's drawing away the traveler's connection. Co-opting the veil's place in their entanglement as if it were a doppelganger.
A doppelganger.
I've isolated the anomaly signal. It's a familiar one, emanating directly from the Black Garden. The sole divisive must be enacting one final effort to halt our advance. This is why I called you. I needed to know this would be dealt with, and quickly.
A sole divisive.
Left unaddressed, we will be unable to follow Crow. He will be stranded. I don't think I could hold Mara back from expressing her anger if that were to occur. Breach the garden and dispel whatever interference the Vex have erected.
The Black Garden am I going to get roses? I want roses in the Black Garden. Guardians, I'm a double D gamer, D1, D2, double D. And I remember beating this back in the day, and rose petals fell. I loved it. I mean, I really, it was worth it just to get my rose petals. Give me more rose petals. Will I get rose petals this time? I don't know if I will or not. I am unsure. Let's clean some of this mess out. Let's get it recycled. Get out of here. Wore Newman's boots. Go on now. Let's get rid of that. I pause on this stuff and thinking, I might try it. I might use it later. Reconstruction, heritage. I've got a heritage, so I don't need to keep that. Havoc Otter, how are you? Speakeasy Bob, what have you been up to today? How are you? Now, so I picked all that up. Is there anything else up here I need to go see? What did he say? I should have been listening. I should have been listening. Complete the Closer to the Heart mission. Closer to the Heart mission. I need to get this gone. That was a Vanguard. We know that's not going to carry forward. Vanguard is not going to carry forward. Anything else in there that I need to, like, you know, move out. Move out. Don't mess around. Move out. All right. So I highlighted that. Will it... Yeah, now I have something here. Closer to the Heart. Now, will this be extremely difficult? Will it be extremely difficult? Do I have the weapons of choice that I need to have? Weapons of choice. I always like Xenophage. I do. I'm a Xenophage fan. And I've not used it for a while. Omission, hello, hello. It's good to see you. I slept, Omission, a lot today. Several naps. I woke up sleepy. It's good to see you, Omission. Hello, hello. Now, yes, I need to now go do that mission. And I think I can open it up here on the helm. I thought maybe... Okay, they're all doing something. Is Havoc envious? He likes to hide out. Havoc likes to hide out. He's probably here. I would think he's here. Do I need to do this all by myself? All by myself. If I could sing, I would just, you know, I'd be singing all the time. I wished I had a beautiful singing voice. Is this... I need solo operative. I need solo operative. Solar damage weakens champions. Are there going to be any champions in there to weaken? I don't know that there's going to be any champions to weaken. But I'm going to put solo operative on just in case. Now I'm thinking... Perhaps I should have done solar. It's the strand, mobility. I'm all about being able to strand my way around. And I altered this stuff later. Rapid kinetic weapon. You know, I feel like I need to make this rapid solar. Anything else here that I may need? Heavy ammo finder. Let's do that. Heavy ammo finder. Arc damage resistance. What are we going to be facing? I'm going to swap these out to just, you know, a couple of multis there and see how it works. Okay. This, where did I have this set up for? What was I doing? Because this is a mess. It's an absolute mess. I like time dilation. I like time dilation a lot. I like it a lot. Nebula, Dragon, Grass, how are you? I am late. It was almost, you know, a midnight showing, but not quite. Not quite. I took a couple of naps. Let's go in, Guardians, and see what happens in this place. What does this say? Metal, power level, all combatants in this activity will be at least 5 points over your current power level. So I'm an 1845. They're going to be 1850s. I'm going to be facing some very powerful adversaries. These are going to be rough and ready. Am I willing to forgive and forget? I don't think so. You know, who's in here? Who's in here? Let's find out together, Guardians. We're going in. Nebula, I think this is the final story mission that I need to complete. I need to complete the final story mission. And here I go. Okay, it's gonna be what? Vex and Taken?
The errant signal is not far ahead. Keep your wits about you. Whatever it is the Soul Divisive are using to entangle themselves in our work, it is a power not to be trifled with.
Oh, is that taking damage? Oh, I should have let a bunch more come out of there. That way I could have been supered. I could have got my super. Go with caution. Remember, they're more powerful than I am. They sing with the power of, you know, what the witness has given them. I thought I saw one walk over this way. Walk this way. Now, why would a Vex put a fuel cell right there by the, you know, by the way forward? That don't seem like the Vex. I'm getting an arrow pointing the way. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Jump! For my love. Jump in. Oh, I knew it. Here's another one. They just keep coming. Hello. He scared me. I was scared. Maybe it's up the steps. Let's get on in here. I'm looking. I'm searching for the way forward. Where can it be now? I'm running. Whee! I missed. I missed. They always get super accurate. They get super accurate, right? When you pop them a good one, they get crazy town good. All right, is that another one I can break? Yes. Whoever their supplier is for parts, you know, they're not very good. I'm making my way. I'm making my way back to you, babe. With a burning love inside. Cue the music. This is not a forgive and forget. This is a take them down. This is a little bit slow. Look at him spewing hate. Oh, it's a trap. He's trying to pull me over there to it. I see their intent. Get him over to the gate and let's ambush him. Sunshot is really good here, Grass. I guess I need to get all the gates. I should get serious. Gates. I'm looking for gates. Show me your gates, monsters. Come on now. You see him running up that hill? He'll be running up that hill, no problem. Reloading, reloading. Look at all of them. Where are they coming from? I must have a gate left open. Millions of them. The Vex are out to get me. All that they want is to take me down. They're out to get me. Alright, did I do away with them? It was a mess. It was a mess. Look at this. A few leftovers, stragglers. Alright, did I get them? Each and every one. I think the way forward is over here. Is this a trap? Probably a trap. Have I been here before? Have I been here before, Crimson? I don't know. It feels, you know, familiar to me. Like, I think we got the bow here. We got the bow here. It's the Wish Keeper mission. Blah, 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 blah. You can tell I've had too much sleep. It's the Wish Keeper mission. Okay. Yeah, because right there, I guess we went that way. And over there, we stood on that little mountaintop somewhere. I was watching Crimson's run. Old Man Rogue, you were correct. They did a phenomenal job. Now, do I break that one, or do I just jump through it? This reminds me of the olden days, the olden times. I was going to wait just a moment for Crimson. Crimson's here. He's here somewhere. There he comes. Run, Crimson, run! The darkness grows stronger. He's way back when. Double rainbow, double the fun. Double rainbows. Where's the treasure? I feel like there's a really good Golden Age ray gun at the end of that rainbow. Crimson has been found under the rainbow. Come on now, Crimson. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. I'm going to step into this portal. I feel like I'm going into the land of Oz. I've been seeing previews for Wicked, and man, oh man, I'm excited. Crimson says I'm going to recognize this. Her. We see a lot of these. Reloading. Reloading. Get a finisher in. Let's take them down, Guardians. Show no mercy. Now, we know, having practiced, you know, it's shoot out all these little Vex structures. They're always going to be, you know, a rotten trap. I'm taking the other. Now, wait a minute. Okay. This looks. Is there a divinity puzzle down there? Did they close it up? Okay, it's gone. Like right down there, we would have stepped in and activated a divinity puzzle. Coterie of Arms just ran this with Stellar to get the divinity, and I know they were successful. So we're in the garden. This is the garden. If we, we could probably maybe find a chest up there somewhere. Flag. Guardians, it's the black heart of evil right here in the garden.
Destroy this abomination.
We have to destroy this abomination. We have done this before. Have they cloned it? Is this a simulation? Were we in a simulation past? I don't know. These statues are going to open up and seek to destroy us. Right there is our end goal. The heart of wickedness. The heart of darkness. We must take it down. We must take it down. This guy's going to come out. He's going to be stomping mad. He's immune. We're ready. We're ready. I played this solo in D1 over and over. Get the hotspot. Get his hotspot, and we're going to take him on out. Give him a to-go box and put a nail in the lid. We are absolutely FEDUP done with these, Guardians. We're done with these monsters. Woo! Look, another one. They just keep coming. They just keep coming. Cue the music. Cue the music. Reloading. I'm reloading. Are they getting stronger? Woo! Burn them down. Another one? I thought we got him. Reloading, reloading. Oh, that's the big guy back there. That's the big one. We want him gone. Whoa! Run, Ransom, run! Crimson, he threw me a lifeline. And my screen went dark. Is it the end? Did we goof? Have we messed up? Are we done for? No, the heart explodes. Get out of here, darkness. Now, ultimately, we've been here. We've done that. We're doing it again. This is, where's my rose petals? Now, Bungie, it was not that expensive to bring me my rose petals back. One of the best things about this mission originally, remember, I'm double D, D1, D2, was the rose petals.
In order to take its place and shut us out. They could not have managed this feat without guidance from the witness.
They've been guided by the witness?
You have seen to it that they will not disrupt us again.
Closer to the heart? We're not going to forgive. We're not going to forgive. We're guardians. We remember forever. Forever. Now, can I give commendations? No. Because I would definitely, give Crimson some commendations. A gold star, a plaque, something. Down payment on a new Porsche. He deserves something now. Come on, Guardians. Something. So what's next? What popped up? We probably have to go see Mara, somebody at the helm. Report to Osiris via the holo projector in the helm. We couldn't get a personal visit. Let's go to the helm. Let's go to the helm. I feel like when you destroy something that major, you deserve like a person to person, eyeball to eyeball chat, a pat on the back with "You did good, buddy. You did good." Cutscene. It's Crow. The one good thing about Crow, good looking armor. Good looking armor. I was trying to move him. I was trying to move him on my controller. It's like, get ready, Crow. Something's going to happen. You don't just fall like that and not something happen. Cade 6. Gunfight. OK Corral. Who's Doc Holliday? This is a gun battle. Good gun against good gun. What gun is better? Woo! Get him, Cade. Get him. Now we know that Crow's got a ghost. You know, I'm just in it for Cade to win it. I am in it. No! Run! Well, what am I saying? Don't move, Crow. It's a decoy. He fell for that. You're inexperienced, Crow. 2 Titans of Destiny. Well, 1 Titan and 1 Crow. The ghost? Is that meatloaf or meatball or meat sandwich? It's something. I don't know. It's something meaty. Oh. Oh my gosh. Destruction is taking place as we're here. No! No, he's your killer.
Yeah, I don't have to call you Prince anymore, do I?
Clint, it's Clint. I couldn't remember. Didn't they call him Meat something though? Meatball. Guardians. That was Crow and Cade. We're in. We're in. And Bungie, you know, that was a lot going on. You know, we saw this. Pulled pork. Pulled pork. Yes, Crimson. It's Glint though now. I like Glint. He's in charge of the Halloween festivities. I want Shattered Throne decorated for Halloween. Clint, you and I, we need to talk. Glint or Glint? Glint. Glint. He's a glint in my eye. Not lint, but glint. Kuribo, hello, hello. I'm excited by that. Cade 6, yes. Nathan Fillion. Shout out to Nathan Fillion, who's absolutely a superstar. You might know him definitely from Destiny 1 and 2. He did voice the bulk of the lines. And then also he did Firefly and Serendipity. You can see him, I think, on The Rookie. Mango, Luck, hello to Germany. Yeah, Cade's back. Cade is back. Now, do I have something over here? An important message. Let's listen, Guardians. This could be life-changing. Let's take a listen.
You've cleared the table, and the die is cast. This final shape the witness seeks. Asa warned us how the witness consumed its entire species to reshape itself. And still, it was unfulfilled.
He consumed his entire species.
Its salvation is
He's still hungry. He's a vampire.
We see it in the calcified creatures within the ever-dark halls of each pyramid. Alive, but not living. What shape will the witness render the universe in service to? And what of those within it? To change that which is. Never forces it to match what you envision it could be. Because chaos cannot be contained.
We're going to build a tank for it. We will contain chaos.
Will work. I've spent a year of study. Counting each day. Felt time's weight. But I've spent it well. as sure as I've ever been of anything. We will hold back the collapse, rebuke it once more, and forever. Because chaos cannot be contained. The time
Woo!
nears,
Them's
Guardian.
big fighting words.
Riven's part is done. Queen Mara felt Crow's passage, and he has arrived. I've woven the Veil's resonance into their connection, as the Witness did with your ghost. Soon Mara will open the way, and we follow Crow into whatever lies beyond. Prepare yourself. Soon, you will be called to arms.
I hope I get a good gun. Be quiet, Osiris. You're gonna make me boo-hoo. Guardians, we're gonna be called upon. We're gonna be called upon. The time is nigh. The destruction of our solar system, our way of life as we know it, hangs in the balance. Guardians, you're going to be called upon. Don your best armor. Prepare yourself. Gather your weapons. We will be going forth to destroy the Witness and his minions. I got a new ship. All the bad. There's some good. New ship. I didn't even know I was supposed to get a new ship. Is it pretty now? Does it take color shaders well? Those are the questions. I'm liking it. I am liking it. I feel like I need to use some of these. I never know exactly like which ones to use, but I'm all about a good color. Wow. I mean, the first one. Ooh. Yes. Oh my gosh, Star Wars worthy. The Disney Imagineers would love this. It's gorgeous. Man, oh man, look at this. Is everybody as excited as I am about it? Super Black, I love you, but you're not the plan for this weapon, this ship. Maybe it fires. I want rockets to launch. Holy cow. Every color shader's looking good. I'm going to have to go with Carbon Blood in celebration of my friend Crimson, who likes some red. Crimson, some red. Hand in hand, they go together. I loved that look. Let's go to space just so we can get a look at it. Now, is that done? Wait a minute. Do I have something here?
We have reached the end. Everything is at stake. Even us. I cannot help.
Hey, Ransom.
Have I prepared
Crimson,
for what
the
is
ship
coming?
is a pretty one. It looks good. It looks
I
good.
know. If you want to take a look at the lore page, it is really important for the Final Shape story. But you have to like read into it a little bit, so I can like explain it.
Talked of the future we would have when the city was sank.
Now let's see. How do I get the lore to show up? I know, don't I hit controller or something? Oh, wrong thing.
City still needs us. So, who will stay behind and protect it? Who will be its leader?
How do I get... There it is.
It like prompts you them.
You would have us take up command again.
Yeah, you have to kind of like read into it. So if you don't get what it implies, just let me know and I can explain
Alright.
it.
Hang on, Crimson. Let's listen. It's Saint 14. He's got a dented helmet. I was there with him back in the day. Perfect paradox.
You will be proud. And so will I. Then we will have our time together. No more just for others.
We can finally see the stars for ourselves. Yes. I love you, Saint.
Oh, no. No, Guardians. No. A declaration of love with war coming at us fast and furious. That it's never good. That's foreshadowing what he just said. Foreshadowing A classic episode. We're finally going to have our time. What does it all mean? What does it all mean? Let's take a look at the ship. This is unforeseen consequences. Be careful what you wish for. He remembers his sister's throne differently. An amalgam of Elixni flotsam built from the spoils of war, its great weight suspended from the rafters. A throne Uldren set ablaze in the wake of losing her, his first step down a forsaken path. We all walked it behind him, but we walked it. Crow lays a hand on the throne before him. I was there. I took the Gate Lord eye. Lays a hand on the throne before him, but he could be referring to the throne in the palace, the big throne, the fancy one, the Game of Thrones. It is empty and ponderous, silhouetted by distant nebula and cosmic dust. It feels smooth, too smooth. Guardians, it's the one in the palace. We went there many times, trying to get a weapon, getting a little glimpse of the pyramids in the little round. Yeah, it was fancy. It was fancy. It was here that I first heard the news of your death, calls a familiar voice behind him. He turns to see his sister striding down the hall. Mara takes her place beside him and gazes out into the far reaches of space. Did you mourn for me? Crow asks. I did, his sister replies. She's silent for a moment, and I regret what I did to you. The manipulation, the subtle coercion, none of it with the way I intended. Crow follows her gaze out into the endless void. I know what that's like. Remorse and recriminations. Mara says absently. She turns her eyes toward him. If you could go back, alter the course of your history, what would you change? Woo! Schooled in the correct question. Mara sobbed. Queen, she knighted me. We're friends. He can't help but laugh. Where to begin? Crow muses with a smirk. It fades soon enough. Cade, he whispers. Mara raises an eyebrow. Oh? Before then, I could have taken a different road. But once I pulled that trigger, he shakes his head. Everything else I can set right, but not that. I just wish I could tell him I shouldn't have done it. Crow, make amends. Make amends. You've touched hands. He pulled you up from the ground where he kicked you down. No mercy. Forgive and forget. I don't know, Guardians. I don't know. How are you feeling? I know how I'm feeling. Still feeling it. If you lived through D1 and you have lived through D2, leave a comment. Leave me a comment. Crow sighs and rolls his shoulders back. I should get going. Vanguard's waiting on my report. We all have our obligations, I suppose. Don't I know it? Crow nods as he heads down the hall. He pauses at the portal to the dreaming city and glances back at Mara. Ringed by the distant nebulae, she shimmers like a mirage on desert sands. And then Crow is gone. See you soon, Mara's voice echoes across the empty chamber as the illusion fades. Oh, brother mine. Whoa, Guardians, is it the end? Is that the end? Mara knows. Mara is, she's not omniscient, totally, but she's niscient, okay? Word of the day, omniscient. But Mara knows something's up. See you soon. Will she? Will she see him? Cosmic Seal, Azrael, CK, hello. Everybody that leaves comments on my videos on YouTube, thank you for that. Thank you. This has meaning. And Crimson, are you still here? Are you still here?
Okay, I can walk you through this because it's kind of confusing. So the last paragraph where Mara says, "Oh, brother mine," reveals that he's talking to Riven. not Mara. This is when Riven was still like a spirit in the helm during this season. So if you look at the third paragraph from the top, if you're at like the very bottom, right where it says, "I just wish I could tell him I shouldn't have done it," the use of the word "wish" to Riven means she can grant it. So Riven brought Cade back using that wish from Crow, which is why Cade's alive.
Pause that thought. I've got to find it now because I remember reading it.
Yep, I guess it's like right where your cursor is right now. It's at like the end of the paragraph. I just wish I could tell him I shouldn't have done it. It's like one of the bigger ones.
Oh my gosh, Guardians. Let's revisit it. Let's revisit this. We've just been informed a tidbit of information that stone is going to roll down the mountain, and it will be massive when it hits. Let's find out. Before then, I could have taken a different road. But once I pulled that trigger, he shakes his head. Everything else I can set right. Not that. I just wish I could tell him I shouldn't have done it. Now, so you're saying this Mara is Riven?
This is Riven. So when he said wish, that meant she can grant whatever comes after it. So she brought Cade back to life.
Now, you know something else here, really. Now, Crimson. Oh, brother mine, you know who else uses that kind of language?
That's the tell that it's Riven, yeah.
But also, Riven uses it, and we heard several times Savathun use that type of language. But Riven, we just have recently heard a lot of that before, she faded off. Is Riven still out there? Absolutely. You're not going to ever get rid of Riven. She's a wish dragon of the First Order. And possibly, we've heard rumor. And Crimson, you might have heard this. Were the wish dragons created by the Witness?
I don't think so. I don't know if there's like an actual answer, but I don't think so.
I mean, we know that the Vex were most likely a creation of the Witness and his people that he consumed. But Crimson, the most horrifying part of this, to me, we know the battle's coming. We've known the battle's coming. These are bits of information that we process to try to understand the bigger picture. We are immortal, so we have centuries to process this information. But what I find horrifying is a revelation that Osiris made. Those specimens that we see in the Black Pyramids are alive.
Mm-hmm.
Alive. That was like horrifying to me. Chat, I'm a friend of the animals in real life and in the game. Friend of the animals. I would just, if I had Bill Gates and Elon Musk money, I'd have accounts set up to try to be, a do-gooder for animals. And humans, of course. Humans, but animals, we got to look out for them. It's like Guardians looking out for the people of the last city. We know that they're capable of having independent thought, making decisions, taking control of their destiny. But the animals, they have so many outside influences that push and shove and may knock them off the path that is their true destiny, and that's to live their life free. So we're all in it together, basically, is what it means. And these revelations that we see that Riven has had a hand in this, has Riven, has she done more than we are aware of? Is that a loophole inside the game to pull out something in the future? Because we know the final shape, is going to be the ending of some of these stories and the beginning of other stories that are unseen or only hinted at. Stories that lurk in the shadows. What you have to ask yourself is, Guardians, as we move forward, we have Cade, possibly brought back to us by a wish. You just heard Crimson shed some light on it. And it's fascinating to think about. It's good storytelling. The foreshadowing of things to come, it keeps you involved. It keeps you fighting the good fight. Crimson, do you forgive and forget?
Yeah. I think so.
And you know what I mean by that, right? The Cade and Crow.
Yeah, I mean, like, Crow's like a completely different person from Aldrin, so, like, if I was in that position, I probably would.
So your bygones are bygones, and you too would have pulled Crow's hand and lifted him up.
Yeah, I think there's just, like, a way bigger threat at play, so...
Yeah. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. That whole motto.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't. Crimson, I appreciate you for taking that high road. Can I go low and dirty? And I don't know. I want to like him. He's got good armor. Have we seen enough in the story to think? And this helped. I'm glad Crimson said Ransom, take a look at it, because it revealed a lot. It was definitely, as you heard Crimson say, a read between the lines moment. It lets us know that Crow wanted to take it all back. And that wish was a take back. But we have to have a leap of faith that Mara Sov there was Riven. But it could have been Riven and Savathun. I mean, who knows? I just feel like Savathun planned it all anyway. She even planned the wishes with Riven. It's all so detailed. It is a Game of Thrones moment where everything hangs on the precipice. And one tiny step in the wrong direction, and you're over. You're over. Drowsy, how are you? It is good to see you. Drowsy, I was watching today We Don't Work Weekends, and there was a time, I don't know if you guys were watching other streams, but there was a time, and Mango, you were probably watching several. I really thought We Don't Work Weekends was going to pull that lead out. I thought I was watching the Salt Agrippo team on another screen. On my big screen, I had We Don't Work Weekends. I was watching 10p. I'm going to say this out loud. I'm putting it on digital. I had a good time, but I wanted to be seeing through Crimson's screen, and he doesn't live stream. But I really wanted to see what Crimson was up to, because he was shouting, he's screaming. Now, I'm referring to, the Godslayer title, the content to end all the content for this season. Godslayer, it will go forward, I do believe, as one of the titles to hold inside of Destiny. Crimson, where are you? Come up here and sit with me for a minute. Where's Drowsy? Who's here? Let's just talk for a minute about what happened today and your thought process for people who may be looking to go into it tomorrow, later tonight. Gamers, we don't have normal real world hours. We game whenever, wherever. That's why we have portable consoles, right? Take it with you. That's why we can sign in and connect. Let me look. Where's Drowsy at? Is he still here? Is he on?
I'm getting what's left of my team in here real quick if they want to talk about this too.
Let's talk about it for a minute. I feel like we need secrets. We need hints. We need some strategies. I wished I could pull it up and do play-by-play, and I probably could, because I do have multiple screens. I'm always afraid I touch something, I break it, or I'll get copyrighted and demonetized. And my 10 cents a day, it's important. It's important.
What's the topic at hand?
We're going to be talking about the journey into Pantheon and adding in Riven, who we've just had a connection with. I wish I could take it all back from Crow speaking to what we thought was Mara Sov, but could have been Riven and her, Mara Sov guys. But I would like to hear from anybody, Crimson, if you've got anybody on your team. I would just like to hear from them. When it started getting a little bit more of a challenge, and an observation I made, Guardians. I did make a number of observations. Uni, how are you, buddy? Thank you for coming in and hanging out in the chat. I'm glad you're here to make your voice heard. Drowsy, how are you? Drowsy's not in chat, but he's with us here in spirit. And Crimson, I think, can probably. He's spoken to them after I did listen to some of their after game content. But where did you really start seeing the difference? I'm going to make an observation, Crimson. I thought you guys were super smooth. I actually truly had my fingers crossed thinking these guys are going to go all the way deathless. Because it really looked like you were going to make it. And then it got tougher when? When did it get tougher?
I mean, the hardest part was definitely Nezarec, because he has the most changes, so we just had to figure out what was different and, like, play around that. Riven, the only issue was unraveling rounds were popping the eyes early, and we didn't realize that for, like, 2 runs. The second we figured that out, we got it. We would have had it first try otherwise.
No, wait a minute. You're talking too fast. You're going too fast for me. I'm trying to process this because I'm going to be going into this, some point very soon.
Yeah, we'll be going probably tomorrow afternoon if you're going to be on.
Yeah, I want to go through it when you guys have an opportunity to take someone else because I know you're probably getting your clan through it right now. We don't work weekends. So you noticed a change in the cadence of the game with Riven.
Yeah, I mean, we would have first tried Riven if... So what was happening is the unraveling rounds, like Artifact mod, was popping the eyes, and we didn't...
And by that you mean it bled over to eyes that weren't supposed to pop.
Yeah, because we were using the Strand GL from Trials, so we were shooting that into her mouth, and then it would track up to her eyes. And we thought it was like a mechanic change or something, but thankfully Dwayne suggested like maybe it's unraveling, and that's what it was. So thankfully we fixed that. And then we got Riven right away. So Riven wasn't really even an issue. And this was also the first time our team had played together since Day 1 Crota, like, 9 months ago? So I think we first tried Roll, which was really good. We first tried most everything up until Nezarec, and then Nezarec we just got...
No, I think we wiped a couple times on Aatrax. I think it's a small...
Aatrax just hurts. Just gotta go faster.
Aatrax gets slowed down a bit because the ads are just more annoying. Like,
yeah, the ads are really tough.
You just feel the level difference.
And there weren't more ads with Aatrax. It was just the fact that you were 20 under. Was that what it was?
You just feel the difference a bit more.
Yeah.
The 20 under and the like going for the score too, so you have to kill everything, which really slows it down. If you didn't have to kill everything, it'd be a lot faster.
Now 10P was using, I think, Indebted and Kindness at that point. And it still looked like it was, doing the damage. It would pop.
Oh, it still does. Yeah.
Yeah, and what did most everyone use as far as like their exotic weapon there? What was used?
So I mean, like for Golgoroth, we were doing Whisper. For Caretaker, we were doing 5 Apex and Galahorn. Same thing for Explicator, we were just doing rockets. Aatrax, we were doing Parasite. And then Stroud and I were on snipers for up top. We just sniped all the ads from the spawn and didn't have to move, just to not risk getting close to Aatrax because she really hurts. Then,
Solar Burn really was a blessing. Like,
yeah,
Whisper,
Solar Burn was so good.
Whisper and Sleeper for like most of the whole like thing really was just a blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sleeper was really good on Rolk and Nezarec, and then on Riven we just did Cataphract, the Trials grenade launcher.
Yeah, and I was concerned about that. I thought there was going to be something that would go, awry with that. I have Cataphract, and if I remember correctly, isn't that Strand?
Yep.
Yeah, I have that, an adept version of that, and I was watching as 10P was using that. I wanted, as I said earlier, I wanted that split screen so I could actually watch what all of you guys were doing, because it was so important. Do you feel like people are going to get stuck on Riven?
No, I don't think so. I mean, Daruz hadn't even done legit ribbon in like 2 years, and he was still like totally fine. Like, it's really not that bad as long as someone can like explain it to everyone else. It's not that hard of an encounter. People just aren't really used to doing it that way, so it can be new to a lot of people.
and
Um,
and
if
and ultimately, Guardians, do look at those streams, those content creators. You hear me talk about them that did it the way it was truly intended. Shooting the eyes out, and making sure you follow and you don't have that bleed over that you heard Crimson just mention. Now, when I actually started to get a little bit concerned, and where you guys dropped behind a couple of other teams, was with Nezarek. And I
yes,
I did sense a little bit of irritation with Nezarek. Tell us what exactly was going on there. I know that you guys called out poor design a couple of
oh yeah,
times. The number one most irritating boss in a raid that's ever been
it is.
created in gaming. There were some dirty words used
Oh yeah.
in the game. What was going on, Crimson? Just give us a little bit of a detail for people who might be looking to go in after they see this conversation.
So like the issue with Nezarek is just he isn't well made. He's not like Rolk where he moves around really fluidly and like dynamically. He's so sporadic. So the change to Nezarek is that you can't damage him from a plate, which is the way to counteract his poor like design. So having to run around with him during damage just sucks because he's teleporting everywhere. He's going immune. He's flying away. It's just like not very well thought out, I guess.
It's a
So that
pain.
was where
Where
we
where should
struggled.
we be aiming? I mean, where should we be
We had to do a
aiming?
div because the other issue with him, right, is he has horrible posture. I mean, the dude's hunched over at like a 45-degree angle, so you can't. His only crit is on his chest, right? So we were just doing a div, just to
He's
solve
got that
that.
little glowy plate like
Mm-hmm.
a heating pad from an oven, on
Yep,
his chest.
that's the only crit he has. So we had someone on Divinity just to help with that because it really sucks. And we were just doing sleeper. The second we were like, let's just do sleeper div and rope him around in like a circle, we like immediately got it because we were just like screwing around with damage strategies for a while, which is
the
usually
the
how
initial
it
strategy
goes.
was group up and everyone went flying. It seemed like the force of his pushback was absolutely tremendous.
Yeah,
Everybody went flying. There were decisions made about, we're not going to stay grouped up. As viewers, we saw a couple of whales go down. People were trying to stay safe because of the power of his slam down, and it was a dispersement of the team on the battlefield. It felt rookie. It's like
yeah,
how you run around with Rook in order to avoid his kick.
yeah.
Um,
It's like that, but just really chaotic because it's Nezarek. But yeah, once we found what worked, we like immediately got it. It was just testing different things and like what's the most consistent. Because what happened our first time is we got on a plate, but the change to Nezarek is if you get on a plate without like a light or dark buff, you just die. So we all got on the plate and we just got like nuked, and we're like, okay, well we're not doing that. So then we just started spacing out wells, and like running around with him. So that worked eventually.
Now, I made an observation, and it is in disagreement with Crimson and the live broadcast. Um, Ultimately, that encounter, absolutely, without a doubt, and I'm sure it's on 10P's channel, and he will probably break that out and do boss encounters, I'm sure. Uh, Without a doubt, Guardians, every member of We Don't Work Weekends, and it was their full team. And is that the raid team that's coming
Yep.
up? That was the raid team.
Yes, sir.
All right, I thought it was. That encounter pulled out the very best that every Guardian had to offer. It put Crimson and all the guys, every Guardian in there, they were on their toes. They were working positions. They were utilizing strategies. There were a number of weapon changes. I really still thought, from looking at the damage numbers, that grenade launchers seemed to do a lot of damage on him. What
Yeah.
was the final weapons that people ended up with?
We ended up with a lot of people like us ended up using sleeper or grenade launchers, like you mentioned. GLs aren't bad. It's just you have to factor in the travel time and him flying around and the teleporting. So we just found like sleeper is easier if you're kiting him around.
Because
The
you
div
can
cage
hit
up.
from afar no matter where he's
Yeah,
at.
you fire it straight into the div cage, no matter what you're hitting for like 100,000, and he doesn't have a
Who
lot of
who
health
had
anyways.
Divinity? Because at one point I saw 10p with
I was on
Navigator.
Div.
Was that on Nezarek?
So we had 3 warlocks on trace rifles to make ammo
Yeah.
with Cenotaph. So there were 3 of us on trace rifles, but I was the divinity.
Okay,
did.
I knew the cage popped up. Will this
Mhm.
be? Will this really be the last use that we're going to see where Divinity is viable?
I
Oh,
doubt it.
I'm sure it'll be used in the new raid for sure.
But I mean, we've seen the ammo economy is going to be really drastically altered. That's legit, right? I did see this stuff and it was legitimate. Where
Yeah.
where it's going to take longer to activate the cage. You're going to need more
What's
shots to activate the cage.
It won't be
I
too
think it
bad
really
of an
depends on the
nerf,
boss. Like, if
Yeah,
there's a
certain
boss
bosses,
like
yeah.
Rolk, like you're still gonna need div for Rolk, I feel like.
So
Yeah,
everybody
you're
can
probably
get
always
a
gonna
crit
need
shot.
different-
If
Right.
if there's a boss in the raid like Rolk, then it's still gonna be div. It's just gonna be less convenient.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I think that's the purpose of the nerf. I don't think they want to make it useless. I think they just want to make it
A little
not as free.
less like universal, because Roke feels very designed for div almost, because his crit spots are like his knees, which is just like nobody's looking at the knees during a damage
Thank
phase.
you guys for the
Especially
raid.
when you have
Thank
to
you,
run away
thank
from
you.
him
I'm
so
hanging
much.
out with some of the guys from We Don't Work Weekends. I hope you were watching them today, and they're absolutely phenomenal, record-setting pace as they work their way through Pantheon. Asher H2O, it is so good to see you. Thank you for bringing all those folks into the chat. This conversation is extremely interesting, especially for me, because I want to go in tomorrow, and it was a revelation to see 10p and Crimson and the We Don't Work Weekends team push back the darkness. And by darkness in this situation, we are focused on Nezarek and the madness that he brought. But I stand by what I said earlier. It just really, they were angered. They pulled on their inner emotions. They were shouting out the orders. Changes were made on the battlefield. Guns and strategies were changed. I saw the team split apart and go to separate areas to get the work done. And ultimately, they were successful really quickly. I just knew do we know who came in? Do we know who came in first, Crimson?
I have to look again because the first two teams were actually cheaters. I need to look at who number 3 is, because number 3 is the real number 1.
How?
Funnily enough.
And they will be disqualified, though, correct?
Oh yeah, well Pantheon doesn't really have like a world's first like reward anyways. So I
But
don't think
still, we're all looking.
that
We're
is-
all.
It just like it's annoying.
Hopefully they can find a way to get them banned, because it would be so sad if like the new raid is beat by cheaters first.
Now, don't name any names because all of this stuff is allegedly.
Right.
It's allegedly. But how do we know? Like, what went on to make you suspect this was going
I just don't
on?
think it's possible to do it in a half an hour.
They beat it in half an hour.
The entire thing was done in a half hour.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That to me seems like that would be a challenge beyond what most of us know, because today's run through for the teams, Riven was first, and this was the first run through for Nezarek. So that seems
They're also-
really like
They have 2
unbelievable.
new accounts as well. Like 2 of the accounts are new.
I was watching the Discord chats and I saw, Daddy Love. Daddy Love, if you're listening, Daddy Love popped up really early with Godslayer. And I have to wonder, who were all the people Who's the team that you feel like really came in first place, and how far down was Salta Greppo from Italy?
It was my buddy T Storm who has the real world's first. I think it was either him or the team above them. I don't know if the team above them are cheating. But my buddy T Storm, his team is awesome. They're all great. So
All right.
they definitely got it legitimately, at least second, if not first.
And do you have that list in front of you? I remember
Yeah, I can
seeing
pull it
Salta Greppo saying something like he had to go back into A-Tracks to get that to click off. It seemed like he was kind of robbed on points on that.
Salt's team was 31st at an hour and 30 minutes.
Wow.
If you're doing it an hour faster than Salt's team, I think there's a problem.
Yeah, our team was at 2 hours and 20 minutes. We were 130th. So I'll take that.
I also don't think you could do the
know,
whole
out
thing.
of probably hundreds of thousands of teams, absolutely, it was a joy to watch you guys in action. What advice would you guys give to teams who are going forward into that in the next couple of days?
I mean, just like keep
Understand
trying.
Riven. Definitely understand Riven.
definitely-
You don't
definitely.
want to get stuck on Riven because Nezarec is harder.
Go
that
in,
you-
go in understanding Ribbon for sure. Just keep trying it too. Like if something's not working, change it up. Always works. Like if you're using more
And
damage
in Riven, it looked like there were extra ogres there. I mean, is that my understanding correct?
There were
on
extra
seeing additional
Minotaurs.
enemies in that?
There are extra Minotaurs. Like so
It's
when
like
you go
two.
when you go into the first room, like when your team first splits up and you go into the rooms, there are like with the ad waves, there are 2 Minotaurs, orange bars that spawn at the same time in the back of the room.
And how were they about taking damage? Because I don't remember anything in there really giving you guys a hiccup at all.
I don't know what they did on their side, but I was on tractor, so I just tractored them around.
Now
the
I
room
remember
in the
you
line of
saying
them.
I'm on tractor.
Yep. I
Because
just
whoever's
playing-
handling tractor, don't expect 5 million points of damage. Okay,
Yeah.
The job is important, but the numbers aren't that big. But it's the results that matter.
Yeah, I was debuff guy today for sure.
Yeah, that's
I
an
was
important
with,
part. I'm going to say that because I run tractor a lot on a lot of the teams I go with. Super important. Number one position on the team, the tractor cannon guy.
Yeah,
that
I
and
mean,
Divinity and
there is-
Cenotaph, and you guys all know that I've said join hands and pray the ugly away, which is Cenotaph. It looks like a runway on an
Yours has it
abandoned
on.
island. So definitely though, the challenge will be Nezarec.
Most likely. Nezarec or Rolk if you hadn't done Rolk, but I'd imagine everyone's done Rolk. So.
And what do you feel like the best character for this attempt? If you're going to run the same character from beginning to end, guys, what is your choice? What is your
I think
choice?
Warlock's the safest bet. Warlock
Yeah.
and Hunter. Titan is not bad either. For like.
I
HP.
didn't really feel a need for Strand Titan.
No, I would say just
Um,
Swells and Golden Guns are really all you need.
But who took down the Tormentor and the Planet Sky?
I think
That was
we all
Stroud
just
and Bruce. Well, Stroud and
Yeah.
Bruce mainly.
yeah, they were ad clear.
Both of them.
Okay. All right. I was trying to see because I was thinking, oh man, they need Strand for that Tormentor. Because unless he somehow, Void takes away your abilities, you can eat him up. Even I believe with this 20 under, and it looked like you guys went through Crota just breezy, easy. I mean, it looked so easy.
Talking
Crota?
about
Or
Oryx?
not Crota, but Oryx, the Taken King.
Yeah, Oryx is so easy.
Oryx is
Ultimate
not bad.
Lizard.
And was everybody using Sleeper on that?
We
We
were
were on
doing
Whisper.
Oh, Whisper of the Worm. Would Sleeper be a good alternative there, or just ammo economy's a no?
No, just probably just Whisper. It's just more consistent, I guess.
Yeah.
And the
You're probably gonna
buff,
run out of ammo,
I
Sleeper.
heard you, Crimson, probably 10 or 15 times easily through the encounters. Let everybody know what you were calling out that they needed to use to activate, that additional damage.
Probably Shot Caller.
Yes, shot caller.
Always.
And
forget
guys,
all the
something
time.
that's really important here, shot caller can be activated prior during still the immunity, like the boss that
Yep.
you're looking at, you can do activate shot caller on the boss while he's still immune, and that is so important to
Very
realize
helpful.
that you can activate that a couple of seconds before. And do we know like how many times that stacks, or is that individual? Does your shot caller just
individual.
work for you?
Just you. So you shoot 2 precision primary shots and you get 25% more damage. So it's a very important thing to be paying attention to.
And by primary, would my Vulpecula still work because it's strand or stasis?
Yep. Any
Okay.
primary at all.
Okay, any primary.
SMGs are usually pretty good for it though, just because they shoot faster.
Yeah, now 10P was using, a submachine gun that was, what was
Yep.
it? It was one of Callus's, I think, that he had
The
on.
mini tool. Yeah.
Yeah, the mini tool. Do I need to make the mini tool, or would I be able
No,
to
you don't need
utilize
to.
something else?
Just whatever you're comfortable with is totally fine.
Yeah. What's your goal, and how fast do you hope to start achieving those runs?
Well, I don't know if we're gonna reclear it that often. We'll do yours tomorrow, and we're gonna help another friend through it too when we do yours. But
How many
I don't
have
know.
you
I
helped
mean-
today, Crimson?
we just did the one run, and we've been doing like onslaught. And then
One
like,
run?
one. Yeah.
I figured for sure you guys would be back in there with additional clan mates running that thing again. I
we
was
didn't really want
napping.
to.
I was napping. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and let 10P know that I enjoyed watching him stream through
That was
all of
helpful.
that. I know that so many of the content creators they removed their stream in order not to be really seeing any of that, which I really like, because sometimes a comment will come up and it pulls your eye away from the business at hand. I thought he did an excellent job. In fact, your whole team, truly. I know you guys hated on it and had a lot of juicy tidbits to throw at
just
Nezarek. They
don't like
attacked
Nezarek.
him when he was a shrub. It was a little bit of a tickle to me, and threw some harsh language at him. But you guys had an opportunity to shine, and you did just that. Your teamwork was exceptional.
Thank
Those exercises will make you better as you work your way into the final shape and you face the raid. I feel like it will. That exercise is really going to help you. Now, are y'all doing raids? Like how many times a week are you doing raids, or have you done enough together that you're not doing practice runs and raids right now?
I mean, funnily enough, so the last time that team played together was Day One Crota last August. So,
How do you
No.
feel about that?
I mean, we don't play together like individually, but we haven't
Yeah.
played as like a group in a while. And after today, I still feel really confident in everyone. Like on Day
Yeah.
One Crota, we first tried Crota on challenge mode, which I don't know, that was really cool. I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean,
Uni,
like, there's no.
are you a streamer, Uni?
I used to stream a bit. I used to do a lot of speed runs, and then I kind of just didn't have time to do that anymore.
How long have you been playing Destiny?
Since year 1 of D1.
You're a double D.
Yes, sir.
You're a double D.
Yeah, I started playing when I
Now,
was
Uni,
9.
will you be going back into that again? Because isn't this just available for the week? Don't we just have this for the week?
I think we have it next week too.
So we've got it till like the end of the final shape comes through, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Unfortunately, I would
teams
love
have a
for it
little
to
bit of
stay.
an opportunity to get in there. I want to just ask you guys, because I've been searching today, doing my homework. Guardians, if you follow my War Table chat, I'm a journalist for like 10 minutes every now and then. Is it MJ Dash?
Oh, MJ. Yeah, that's my good buddy.
MJ Dash. In his pinned opening, is that MJ Dash in that pinned opening? I just want to make sure when tomorrow at 2:00, Guardians, set your timer, set your clock, your alarm. I want you to join me at 2 o'clock tomorrow because there will be a live sit down with MJ Dash. Crimson, is that him?
Let me pull it up real quick.
Look, on his X account, he has pinned a video compilation that I found very humorous. I found it.
Is it
very
him doing
humorous.
a backflip? Yeah, that's him. That's
Okay, that is
and
him.
I-
He's very young. He has a
Yep.
Discord with boatloads of people.
and the romance
Is
sticker.
that the person that you like that Water spoke about as belonging
Mm-hmm.
to the Discord that did Lowman's?
Yep.
And am I just not looking on YouTube correctly to find, a video catalog of MJ Dash?
I can ask him to send it because I'm pretty sure he has YouTube.
Yeah, I was searching for it and I keep finding, like other
A broad
folks
name.
that belong to his Discord. And I kept thinking he's got to have, a catalog here somewhere of his achievements so I can just
Dude,
take
I
a
found
look
it.
at him and see. Now,
I
as
found
an
his
old
Discord.
man, speaking with, the younger generation of Destiny, me, I'm the old man in case you didn't know. What does the hand signal, what does that mean at the opening of that video that's pinned on his channel?
Pull it up.
Guardians, I got to be up with the lingo, the hand signs. I have no idea.
He's just doing like a funny dance. That's all it is.
Okay, he's just having a good time, which we all like to do. Conspur says, I'm having a rough time in Pantheon. Any chance you can give me some encouraging words to keep going? My motto is never surrender, never give up. The only defeat is surrender. You have to go back and watch videos from content creators who have been successful in there. You've got to, turn to someone else. I 100% say, go look at those triple S tier, those double A gamers, and they're going to have one because by the time I left the live stream where Crimson was playing and his team was playing, Aztecross already had up, videos that were like brand new. I was like, holy cow, he must have 25 people working behind the scene to get that stuff out. Because as he was creating, they were chopping and slicing and putting it together in video format. Aztecross is someone great to turn to, plus he's really entertaining. Will 10P have a video up, Crimson, of like what you guys did, showing the steps?
Yeah, he's got the Riven one up right now. We were just in a call with him and he was working on it actually. So
Okay. And where do you know? Can you just tell them? Do they look up? Tell them where they can find 10P.
just Lucky 10P. That's what Lucky with 2 Y's on YouTube, Twitch.
And he saves his content on
Oh yeah.
on YouTube and on the
Yep.
stream.
Yeah, all his VODs are on YouTube and I think all his videos are up on YouTube too. So yeah.
All right. So that would be definitely words of encouragement. Don't give up. There's a place for you at the finish line. I can talk about real difficult times and raids. Definitely, like the dog encounter of Leviathan. I remember just thinking these dogs are the most healthy bosses I've ever laid eyes on, especially when you're underpowered, and we all were when we were in Leviathan. But don't give up. Have hope and ask for, find folks that will go in and that will share their knowledge with you, just like you hear these guys sharing tonight. Uni was absolutely spectacular. Crimson was. That whole team. I listened to all of them, voice their opinion. They were heard. They mattered. And that's what gets you through really working. Cracker Packets. It's about time you stopped in and said hello to me. Hello, Cracker Packets. I always love looking at your content. Waffle House. I know those folks know you by name, and they like seeing you come in because I think you get double hash browns every time you step foot in that place. Have a cheese omelet, 3-egg cheese omelet. a cooked soft for me the next time you go in with a double hash brown, extra crispy Waffle House. It's a yes. It is a yes for me. Just don't wear any of your good clothes in there because you come out smelling like Waffle House. It's very distinctive. Everybody will know where you've been. The Waffle House smell. Crimson, do you have Waffle Houses where you're at?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
Nope, not that I've seen. It's more of like a southern thing.
They're expanding. They will take over your hometown. You just wait. DeRousey's not. Yeah, he's here. DeRousey, do you have Waffle Houses?
Not that I know of. I've never done
Wow.
one.
What's wrong with the world? I mean, you've got to have Bojangles and Waffle House.
Oh, not Bojangles, no.
Yes.
That's a US thing.
Yes, even soggy the Bojangles fry. Yeah, it's delicious. It's delicious.
Their fried chicken is soggy too.
Uni, what is your gamer food while you're in here hanging out with us today? What's your gamer food?
I don't know if it counts as a gamer food, but I love a nice sub.
A sub.
I-
Now I'm
I
referring
destroyed a sub
specifically
today.
to when you're going to be doing this upcoming raid. What's going to be next to your chair where you're not having to go to the kitchen and
Right.
microwave something? What do you have with you? Crimson volunteered a bit of information and said apple slices and carrots. Mango, who's working with Vendetta and Zemo and ATP, is going to be having cereal. Water was Starburst. Shield Maiden actually said one of those other sugary, little burst of energy. I'm wondering what you'll have to keep you energized if that goes on for a bit.
During the raid, I'm gonna be killing protein bars.
And do you have a favorite?
The Kirkland brand ones. They don't taste very good, but they go down easy. They're a quick snack, and
They're not going to ruin your keyboard or controller, right?
Nah, yeah. But just for the expansion, the days leading up to it, I honestly don't keep food next to my computer because I'll be playing for so long. I just turn my food break into a full break and just kind of step away for a bit and collect my thoughts and breathe.
But now your team's seriously going for, a championship belt, am I right?
I don't think we have a shot for first,
Villages.
but I think we have a shot for placing.
Yeah, I agree.
And where would that placement be? Where are you feeling you're going to end up when they pull back everything and we see the light?
Top 100 is the goal.
Top
Yeah,
100.
Getting in the top 100.
And Crimson, you're also rooting for you're hitting for the top 100.
I think we're all just gonna play the best we can and just see where we land.
Who do you think is gonna be in that number one spot?
It's a tough call. I would love to see Dado get his first. I don't think it'll happen. I would love to see that though.
Because
But-
Dado's getting up there. He's like, long term in Destiny. He, over 1 million followers. He's one of the big ones. Caucus HD, Dado, and Bife. They're really some of those million follower content creators, live streamers. So you are going to root for Dado. Do you know who's on his team?
I don't know. His team switches around a lot, to be honest. I don't know who
Probably
is
just
on.
their Pantheon team, I bet.
Yeah, I think.
What about Mactix? Do you feel he's going to be a credible threat as we go into the raid?
I don't know who he plays with.
I watched his team today, and I didn't know those guys. I did not know those guys. Now, I think for Root of Nightmares, he was with Asdacross.
Yeah, I think
Also.
that's...
I remember thinking, oh, what an unusual combo. But today, Asdacross had GSXR Clyde, it looked like, on his team.
Yeah, they were doing their content creator race thing with their preset teams versus Sweat's team.
Okay.
I think two kind of sleeper teams that people don't really have their eyes on. Team with Airborne and Gamer Connor. I don't think they've gone first, but they've placed top 10, and they're great. They're a great team. I don't know if they'll get first, but I definitely think they're a sleeper team. And also the guys that got second for Crota, I don't know them besides this guy Pine. I know they got second for Crota, and I think they placed top 10. Yeah, they got fourth for Root of Nightmares. I think they're a pretty solid team as well. They got top 10 for Vow also. They're kind of up and coming. I think they've got a shot at it.
And how do you feel about ATP, Vendetta, Zemo, Dadbot, and those guys and their
That's a good
team?
team as
They
well.
have Mango as their coach. How do you feel they're going to do?
I
I
always, yeah, I mean, ATP's been a force to be reckoned with for years now.
He's
Zemo's-
smart. His
Zemo's a crack
interview at
gamer.
the War Table was excellent. He's smart.
He is. He
And
is.
Vendetta is like, scientifically proven to be smart. Same with Zemo. And then Mango is with Clan. She was with Clan Elysium during their victories. I feel like, they might come out of just nowhere because they're all getting together specifically for this raid. And Uni, who are you going to root for? When it just comes down to it, who will you watch the most of when they stream these events?
I usually don't watch a stream because I'm so focused on it, like doing it myself.
So
But
you won't
I
have
will- I
someone
will be
over on the
pulling up
side that
AT
you're like
if I
checking
pull up
out.
a stream, it's ATP's stream because they're usually a front runner. If not Salta Greppo, they're always up there. Like
Salta
I think
Grepo
a
might get his 8-year-old sister to come in and help them out because she's really good at pixelated games. She I think didn't she take Nezarek out in 10 minutes or something?
I think it was Callus.
Oh,
Yeah, it was Callus in the campaign.
oh god, that was so funny. I absolutely loved that.
You
I thought it
remember
was
that?
hysterical.
Yeah, I love that too.
I don't think I saw that.
It was so funny. Was that true, Crimson? Was that really his sister, or was he just making jest?
I think so.
Yeah, I took it as real.
No, just some random kid he found on this.
Like a picture off the internet, and then he put all the captions on it to make us think it was, really happening. It was funny though. It was so funny. But I often think he might be misunderstood because I know when I stop by and watch his live streams, Salta Greppo gets the hate. I mean, he gets the hate. His content chat moderator, they must be told just, don't be that concerned about it because, when you do achieve that level of success within a given community where people are very passionate, you're gonna get some of that.
The best team always gets hated on, back in the early, like 2 or 3, 4 years ago when Redeem got World's First Spire, they got World's First Prestige Leviathan, they got World's First Last Wish. They were also speedrunning back then. They got hated on just as much as Salta Greppo is these days. And whoever the big name is in the PvE community, whoever's getting the most belts is gonna get hated on. It's just the unfortunate truth.
It's how it works.
Yeah.
And in America and many countries around the world, the stream is seen in over 50 countries. It's in multiple, way more than that when it goes into video form. But in America, we chat viewers, we root for the underdog. I want every Guardian, to be blessed by the light as they go into this, this in-game content that's totally brand new. But I am rooting for, I'm going to put it on digital, I'm rooting for somebody new. I want somebody new to take that belt home with them and stand on that podium and shine a light and tell us a story of accomplishment and journey and, team camaraderie, working together. I want to hear that story, and I want it to be a fresh voice. Uni, how do you feel about what I just said?
I agree 100%. It's amazing to see a team as dominant as Elysium has been, but same team winning again and again, it kind of makes it almost feel hopeless for other teams, I think.
Yeah.
And that might be part of the reason why they get so much hate. Maybe. I don't feel that way. I don't dislike them. I do think that they are. I mean, have proven themselves to be the
They're
best team.
exceptional. They're exceptional Guardians.
I think it would be great for a team that hasn't won yet to win. It's just sharing the love, you know.
Yes. Crimson, how do you feel about what I said?
Totally agree. I think it'd be great for someone to win, but it's also cool to see the same team prove time and time again that they are the best. Like especially with Elysium, because they lost Slap when he got banned. Like,
Yeah, that was sad.
And then they still got Crota.
Was he
And
a
now
key player for them, guys? Was he a key player?
I think they all are, but it's just crazy that they lost him and they still got another World's First, right? So I mean, they just lost Cruz a couple months back. So if they get it again, losing someone, I think that's just a testament to their ability.
I think another thing that they don't get credit for is before they even got their first, they got second Deepstone. Yeah, they had second Deepstone before that, and I think if you get top 3 or even top 5, like, it's just as impressive. Like a day 1 raid, like going for world's first, if you get like so many times, there's like a couple minutes between first and second, so. Like sometimes there can be unfortunate scenarios or luck involved. Not to take away from the winner, but some teams can get unlucky at times that takes away from a potential victory.
One
So
little
any
mistake
team that
can set you
places
back an
top
hour.
5 is doing incredible things.
Uni, and having spoken to a lot of people on camera and off camera, I know that many teams have coaches. How do you feel about that?
I think it's great. You know, I don't think I've done that before, but I think it almost makes it feel more like a sport, and the more defined the game raids become as like a competitive event, I think it's the better. I feel like the only reason I continue to play like Destiny is for the day 1 raids. If they weren't a thing, I don't think I would still be playing this game so long. It brings the team back. It brings the boys back twice every year, and I see it as the pinnacle of gaming. I don't think there's an event in any other game that is as amazing as the Destiny Day 1 raid, and the more that it becomes set in stone as like a true competitive event, then it's more the merrier.
It's like a world premiere, really, isn't it, Uni? I mean, it's like a world premiere. We've heard other gamers talk about, some other games that are difficult, challenging, and we've watched the streams on some of those games. But when a raid comes to Destiny, I feel like we get the marquee. It's a big time event. All eyes are tuned in. The coaching thing, Crimson, what are your thoughts about the coaching thing?
I think it's really cool that teams have coaches. I think, like Uni said, it just kind of makes it feel like a sporting event almost. I think that's awesome.
Drowsy, coaches.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to having one for us. If we're a little behind, someone just hops in a different stream, says what they're doing, chimes in, gives us a pointer. Maybe we missed something. They're paying attention to the stream, and we missed something. It can't hurt. Yeah. It really can't hurt.
I'm with you, Uni. I feel like it brings a level of legitimacy to the game, and I'm all about coaches. And I think Mango actually, was a coach for Clan Elysium. And, they also, just back to the Vendetta, ATP, Zemo, they have Dadbot. And I've played a number of, just fun things with Dadbot Pantheon most recently. He did give an interview at the War Table that I hope will go live tomorrow. It is live on my channel and the live stream, but it will be separated out into a video. And Dadbot's another star that's going to be on that, Zemo ATP Vendetta team with Mango. And Crimson, haven't you played with Dadbot?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you have not played with Dadbot?
No.
He's excellent. We did a Pantheon the other night together, and just had a blast. I think I live streamed it. I think it was live streamed. He's a phenomenal player and a really good interview. I hope that goes up tomorrow. Guys, in closing out, who do you think needs to have their voice heard that may not be, a big, massive content creator, live streamer? I know Crimson, I think you and Water recommended MJ Dash for, his low man experience. And I think you guys just respect him as a player in general. The Shield Maiden interview is up. Chelsea Louise stopped by yesterday. I do enjoy, chatting with some people that aren't the Asdacross, Dado, Bife, Caucus HD level of the world. Is there somebody that, you tell them to stop by and say hello?
Yeah. Our buddy Stroud on our day one team, I'm sure he'd love to. Love to just talk about the same things we just talked about. My buddy Spite, who I know you've also played with, he does a lot of really cool low man challenges. He'd be someone really.
And guys, tell me what is the fascination of low man? Is that just the sense of accomplishment that you get by defying the rules of the game, not having a full, team of 6 or a full team of 3? Because I see the low man movement being huge inside of Destiny.
Yeah, I've been doing low mans for a long time. I'm not the low man god. There's a bunch of them I haven't done, but back in the day, soloing Crota and D1, I think it's just a challenge, for someone who plays the game a lot and becomes proficient at the game. Doing the raid with 6 people kind of becomes monotonous almost, and doing it on your, it's a new form of content. You got to figure it out in a new way. You got to do it a different way. You got to challenge yourself again. So it's practice for future day ones, and it's also just it's more fun. It gives you something new to do, a new way to experience the game.
Yeah, our Uni, Dwayne and I, we did a trio Rolk 2 days after the raid came out. That was a lot of fun.
It was.
Because it was still
and
really
challenging, no doubt, too.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you guys rank Aegis? Where would you rank him in the low man pantheon?
He's way up there, definitely. He's super good game.
I played with him a while back, and we had a blast. We did some fun stuff together. He's another one that I think you kind of have to keep a watch on him because super smart. Just a go-getter and goes at chat. When you see these guys going in and you see that final product of a flawless low man, that didn't happen just that one run. It was practice. It took a lot of runs to get there. And it was a joy to get to play with him. Vendetta or Zemo and Aegis and I ran through some things with Mango and just had a blast. If you're playing with your teammate, Uni, your group, low mans, what is the first one you want to go into? What is the most fun when you're doing low man?
I love Last Wish.
Last Wish.
Last Wish is awesome.
And Crimson, what about you if you're doing low man?
I haven't done a whole lot of them. I tried solo Argos for a really long time, but I just was super young, so I wasn't that great at the game. So if I could go back and get that done, I think I could probably do it first try. Nowadays, so I'd probably pick solo Argos.
Yeah, and speed runs, are speed runs mainly done with teams of 3 or teams of 6? What would you see the most speed runs done with?
Definitely teams of 6.
Teams of 6.
I was big into speedrunning back in until about Garden came out. Garden was the last raid I really speedran. And that was
I did a speed run with King's Fall, and I couldn't keep up with those guys. You have to really be proficient at your mobility through that stuff.
Yeah, the big thing with speedrunning is it's such a time commitment. Low manning's one thing, it takes a lot of practice, but speedrunning is doing the raid perfectly.
Yep.
And like world record speedruns these days they're so optimized, and I honestly think besides world's first, like those are the most impressive things in the game. You know, first like solo flawless of a raid is awesome. That's up there as well.
Yeah.
But the best like the a perfect speed run is in my opinion it's incredible. It's so satisfying to watch, and the amount of hours that actually go into them from so many different teams, because no one team comes up with all the strategies for a speed run. It's like a combined community effort. Like the Last Wish speedrun has been changed and optimized a million different ways over the years, and they also evolve as the game evolves. Like there's every new season there's a new way to do a certain encounter, or a new way to do a certain transition, and it's it's really fun to watch. And I'm not a part of it anymore. I don't have time to do it, but I still keep tabs on what's going on just because
And
it's
Uni,
awesome.
are you in the United States?
I am.
Okay. All right, because I have played with a lot of people from around the world, and I always get a big kick out of kind of knowing what country someone's from. Will you guys be around when I do the interview on the live stream tomorrow with MJ Dash? I would love for you to be able to be there and send me maybe an important question that I miss in my live stream chat, because I am not experienced in low man, but I know he is, a leader based on looking at his Discord and the number
Oh
of
yeah.
followers that he has.
What
And
time will it be at?
I would love. It's going to be at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, if
Okay.
all
I'll
goes
try to I'll
well.
try to be in the chat.
Yeah, I would love for you guys to be there. And if I miss a question,
I'd be there.
say Ransom, ask this one. This is a good one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and do check out that dad bot when it comes up, and then I have one with the youngest really Destiny gamer I've ever played with. Dom is going to be coming up, and he started at age 3 playing Destiny D1,
Crazy.
and
Wow.
he's now 10 and still plays, and he's a member of Coterie of Arms, but he's phenomenal. And I did a chat with him, and I was like blown away at the how great a 10-year-old is in this game. Do you feel like there is a new group? Final question, Uni. Do you feel like there's a new group merging into Destiny?
Like a new demographic, you mean?
Yeah,
Or
a
like a new team?
younger group of folks. Are we
Yeah.
seeing a younger group of people moving in, or people that are long term? Have they kind of moved on?
I think it's a complicated question, because I used to see myself as that new younger group. You know, I started playing the game when I was 9, and then I started playing it. I guess you could say competitively when I got into speedrunning early D2. That's when I started doing day ones like with an actual team for the first time, and I've definitely seen like people that were young around the time Crimson was young around that time. A bunch of my
Yes,
friends
I
that were
mean-
young around that time were playing, and then a bunch of them phased out, and then there are still some remaining. Like there was a huge wave of speedrunners that were speedrunning around the time Scourge and Crown were a thing, and then sometime around when Deepstone came out, there was a switch, and it kind of people started falling out of touch with the game. I think a big cause was when they removed Worldline, uh, the old speed tech.
Yes.
A lot of people that were into the game then started to move on, and then slowly a new like one of the big teams was Fast Clan
I
back in the
remember
day,
them.
and I don't even know if that clan is still a thing anymore. And they were all amazing, but I think a bunch of them kind of moved on from the game.
And
Uh,
Worldwide Zero, Uni, you had to have it, didn't you?
yeah,
Yeah, I remember loving that in Escalation Protocol. I absolutely loved Worldline Zero. I was so thrilled to have that weapon. I agree with you. I think that a lot of the people have kind of moved on. Uni, what's your favorite game? all time. It doesn't have to be Destiny. Just what is your favorite all time game?
I think it is Destiny, to be honest.
Destiny.
I don't think it's a perfect game. It's definitely far from it. But there's no other game that I have played as much as I've played this game. There's no other. This is like the game I grew up with. And even if there's a day where I'm not playing Destiny anymore, it will always hold like very, very special place in my heart.
And I don't know if you can see our live stream, Uni. Crimson and I are in the Toast lounge chair. Do you have this emote?
I do.
All right. Do you want to gatekeep this emote, or should this become available at some point in the game?
Yeah, I think we should gatekeep it.
I'm with you, brother. I want this thing gate kept.
I'm very much, I'm kind of in the minority. I think a lot of things in the game should be kept from people. A lot of people don't agree, but I think something the game misses over time and that has been lost from the game is exclusivity of things.
Yeah.
I understand that a lot of people don't have time to get stuff. A lot of people, they can't commit X amount of hours, X amount of time to the game, and that's fair and that's fine. But I also think that means if you can't put that commitment in, you don't need to have everything.
Yeah.
If you can't give it as much as someone else, you can still be a champion in the amount of time that you can play, and be happy with what you be happy without. I think having a disparity in who has what based off of how well you do shows prowess.
And when you're in space, do you fly a ship that you purchased at Tess Eververse, or do you fly a ship you earned?
I fly the Future War Cult ship because it's the rarest ship that I have.
Okay. All right. Do you have Platinum Starling?
I think so.
Okay.
Which one
it's
is
an
that
801 ship.
I believe so.
Like all the forges.
Somebody flew Platinum Starling just recently with We Don't Work Weekends, and I'm wondering who it was.
I think it was Dwayne on his Hunter.
Okay. All right. Because Platinum Starling is pretty rare. I love it. I try to keep my ships really to the ones that I earned, although I admire the design that I sometimes see at Eververse. Guys, Crimson, what time are we going to be playing tomorrow? Do you know?
Probably like mid-afternoon.
All right, now 2 o'clock. I want you to come in,
time?
hang out with me for MJ.
Yeah, I'll be in there if I'm around.
I'm excited, and you've played with him because you vouched for him, so you've played a lot of
MJ
games
and
with him.
Known each other for a long time, and we also get told we look identical. So
They do.
You
look
and
identical.
MJ look identical.
yeah,
I can vouch that they do look identical.
Oh gosh,
I think it's the same person, to be honest.
we're not same person.
You're not the same person.
Got 2 PCs hooked up, playing 2 day ones at the same time. I don't know how he does it.
Oh, all right, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me tonight. Uni, thank you. DeRousey,
Pleasure.
thank you. Crimson, I look forward to hanging out with you. Guardians, just so you know, Crimson, way back when, reached out a hand to me, and he did a tweet that really affected my career inside of Destiny. It's something where you have the power and you may not even know it. That one little tweet was picked up, carried around, people retweeted it, and it just did a lot of good. Did you ever think it would go that far, Crimson?
No, I just because I saw they wanted to do like a shout out for someone, and unfortunately, it didn't get noticed by Bungie, which would have been awesome. But I just replied because I was like, well, people need to know about Ransom Rider. He's the best person ever. So I posted it and I sent it to Water. I was like, I need you to retweet this right now.
I think we need a Ransom community focus. That would be awesome.
That's what it was because they were like, what do we do
was?
next? And I replied with his YouTube. Yep. He needs to be seen.
Thank you for that, Crimson.
I do really like how, there's a lot of toxicity in the Destiny community, and your channel is a great breath of fresh air from all that.
Uni,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you. I know there is because you guys don't get to see. For some reason, I've got a whole crew of haters, and
Yeah, they're losers.
Havic's
They're
on to
losers.
me all the time. Block them. Get rid of the stuff, and I don't allow those comments to be shown because a lot of it's toxic. But I always just tell them, hey, you've only hated on 2 or 3 videos. There's 2,600 videos on my channel. You're going to need to watch them all if you're going to make a consensus about, how much you hate me.
How can you watch the cooking videos and not like them? I don't understand.
We watch the cooking videos almost religiously, Ransom.
We love them.
I've got to remake some of that stuff. I really think, I don't know if she, girl, you didn't eat that cookie because some of that stuff, the hot sauce and the hot chocolate, I'm going to remake that. And, we're going to do a revised Destiny from Destiny players. And we can have some fun with that. That London Fog drink, almond milk, oat milk, get out of here. Give me some good old-fashioned whole milk and that London Fog drink and some of the other recipes. I want to get in there and play with them and have a little bit of fun with that. Thank you guys, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Come and hang out with me. DeRousey, next time, we want to hear a little bit more out of you, buddy. You've been over there. It looked like it's going to rain on your parade in that Walmart basket he's got a hold of. I don't even know where he found that. Where did you get that basket? Where did that thing come from?
That
What
was
does
a
it all
gift from a
mean?
friend.
I don't even know what that's from. It is
Trash
like
can.
a basket with a lid on it.
It's a trash can.
It's a
Use a trash can.
Look, Drowsy, the helmet may be ugly, but you definitely did something that was needed today. You generated ammo for your team, and that we can never get enough of that. Just give me ammo everywhere. I'll be ready tomorrow, Crimson. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to work on this character and make sure I have a couple of selections in there,
Good.
for exotics to be able to pull from. And I hope I shine a bright light and let everybody know that it doesn't matter if you're a senior citizen, if you're 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old, you still can shine a light in dark places. Sharpen your blades on both sides, Guardians. Cut the dark in two. We have the people of the last city to protect. I'm Ransom Rider. This is my favorite game, Destiny 2. Join me in the future. Exciting things are happening. We're going to have more guests at the War Chat table. Tomorrow is a very special guest that came highly recommended from the Destiny community. MJ, who's a lowmanner. And we're going to find out all about what the lowmans are, what they do, the appeal of them, the goals that they have. It's a subgenre inside the game of Destiny 2. It is the low man. Thank you, guys. I'll see you very soon.
See you tomorrow, Ransom. Have a nice night.
All right, you too,
Good
guys.
night.
Thank you.
Night,
Thank you,
Ransom.
chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. DeRousey, talk more next time. Talk more. Want to hear from you. Thank you, guys.